You are going to learn about spats on this job. Spats. That's a spat.
I don't know what this means, spat.
Yeah. So,
Spat.
would you like to have a conversation about what spats are?
Yes.
All right. So let's.
Spring spat.
Yeah, spat. Called. I don't know, is spat like the past tense of spit? I don't know. He spat? Yeah, I guess it is. Okay. Now, we're going to get weird. I'm pulling up information to use as an educational device, so bear with me. Oops. So the thing is, there's no way for you to order this without intervention from the client.
Yes.
And that's because this is a spat. So would you, all right. Okay. Okay.
Handwriting, hand drawing.
All right. So, all right, here we go. Then, so what you've got is, you've got a hollow metal frame. You've got a frame that's steel, a steel frame.
Yeah.
Okay. And what happens very commonly is in a hospital, the bottom of the frame will degrade. It will rust. It will succumb to the cleaning agents that they use in a hospital. What I'm trying to say is,
and
in a hospital,
it's a cover for this.
Well, so when in the hospital, when they're constantly mopping the floor, the bottom of the frame will get wet, but it will also have cleaning agents, perhaps bleach or perhaps something else that will corrode the metal. So a spat is one, yes, what you said. It is a cover. It is a piece of metal that has been bent in a press brake. First of all, the piece of metal has been sheared to size. It's been cut to size. Then it goes into a press brake and bent to the profile. So a spat,
for the profile.
Yeah, yes. It could be a profile of the exact frame itself, except that you are intending to apply it to the surface of the existing frame. So when it's being used as a cover, the spat needs to be bent to a profile that's going to match the existing frame because you're going to cap over top of it. Now, in the two drawings that I have in this order, this customer was using these in the second way spats are used, in that when the frame is so degraded, it is so compromised that they literally cut that section of the frame out, and then this piece of spat is put in its place and generally welded to the original frame. And for this order, I know that it is the second of the two ways that spats are used because that spat was 34 inches tall. So a very large part of the frame was cut out, and there's a hinge location there. And on the drawing that is a double rabbet frame, which is the second of the two drawings. The spat drawing to the, no, forgive me, it's the first of the two. It is sample spat drawing.
Yes.
So that is a double rabbet frame in the sense that it has the 5 3/4 depth at the top, but then there is the raised section in the center, which is called the stop. On either side of the stop, you have what's called a rabbet. It is not spelled like the mammal rabbit, but it's pronounced the same way. The order that went, okay, so it's a double rabbet frame, and you'll notice that there's a 7/16 dimension there. That's called the return. When you have an application where you're going to use it as a cover, you will certainly never have returns.
Mm-hmm.
So,
just when you put this in a place where you need to put some metal behind
yes.
the other.
Well, when you're going to cut out the bad section of the frame and put in a brand new section of frame, that's called a spat.
Mm-hmm.
The way where you have, when they build new hospitals, sometimes what they'll do is install spats immediately during initial construction because they know that they will need them eventually. And they're not always made out of steel. In fact, they're generally made out of stainless steel because stainless steel is more resistant to corrosion. By 304 stainless, by number 4 brush, that literally means that's the finish on the stainless steel. Number 4 is literally a reference to how they will take a wire tool and brush the face of the stainless.
Mm-hmm.
So you're doing a number 4 brushed. I would clean up the typos that are in there. I would just say number 4 brushed finish would be good. By now 8 1/4 jamb depth by 6 inch high. That's in brackets. And when I use brackets, and I invented brackets, no one else uses brackets, but that means that's a placeholder value. Someone needs to tell me what that is. First of all, you'll start with the question, are you cutting away the existing jamb and installing these spats and welding them? I would suggest that the answer will be no, because they're stainless. You wouldn't weld in stainless. They will probably use these as covers. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to start with is getting from your client a cross-section dimensioned drawing of the existing frame. Once you have that
section, I'm making note right now. Just
yes, of course.
Cross section.
And it can be just a hand sketch, a drawing. However, they can do it by hand or do it however they want. So you need a drawing. It's what I'm calling it is a cross section. And what that means is if you basically took that frame and you cut it and then looked down the end of it, that's a cross section.
Yes.
Yeah. So you must have a cross section. Now, when you ask the client for this information, you have to, I urge you to remember to not forget or lose sight of the fact that you are not clairvoyant. You do not know the answer. And that you must have the client provide that to you. Because some clients will say, it's a standard frame. Well, you know what? Do you want to get it right, or do you want to have a strong chance of getting it wrong? So I would suggest that you start with photographs. Have the client start with photographs, and then I can help you interpret the photographs, and we can create a cross-section dimensioned sketch and see if we can help the client at that point. That could be fun. But there's no way for you to know this without them telling you. There's no way. So this would be an order that you would put on hold because it is a hold. You would then email the client. You'll say, thank you very much for the order. Now let's move to getting this figured out. Okay, so let's actually do a little bit better. What does SDI say about frame spats? Let's see if I can find you something. SDI frame spat. I've not made a video on frame spats yet. Well, first of all, yeah.
Frame spats are made according to customer's driving specifications, so you would need to provide this to us.
Yeah.
I already wrote this to the client.
Yeah. You know, it would be nice if they had a generic drawing because, you know, how, you know, spats are not, they're not very, the word itself is unusual. All right, let's try this. SDI glossary. I want to see what the Steel Door Institute, there we go. All right, so what do they say for spat?
SDI 134. Technical data series.
Go to page 23, which is the 25th page of the document.
'23.
Yep.
It's the page 20. I think I'm here. Page 21. That I think if I type in 23 here.
So you just want to scroll to page 23.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so do you see spat?
I see plate profile.
Dude, it's alphabetical. Spat. Right above it.
Spat. There's
Spat. Okay.
heading.
Okay. So a spat is a protective covering, usually of stainless steel, applied over the bottom of jambs to facilitate cleaning and reduce frame damage. Awesome. Now, when you look at the drawing to the right, every single surface of that item needs to be defined. What is the size of every angle? Forgive me. We know the angles are 90 degrees, but what is the dimension of every surface?
Yes.
Yeah. So
I can make a print screen here about this.
And what you can do is send the 3 public files to the client and say, awesome, love it. I need everything defined. Now, the drawing that's there, it doesn't mean their spats have to look like that. So that doesn't mean that his spat has to look like this, because
Yes.
the drawing of the spat that's there, that's the double rabbet frame. They very likely may not want the spat to cover the entire face of the jamb. So on the right side of that, of the spat drawing that has the vertical lines, the most right side, that's probably going to be 2-inch. Then the 90-degree angle going back towards the stop, that's probably 1 5/16. Then the small angle going to the left again, the small leg, that's probably 5/8. And then the next run is something that you and I cannot determine, because that dimension changes, is variable based on the jamb depth. At that point, they may not want the spat to go any further, because on the left side, where the word spat with the up arrow and down arrow and 2 dimension lines, the dimension lines, that's where the door resides. So if you were to take a spat and stick it in that area, and the spat's going to be, well, you didn't describe the gauge of the steel. Is it 16 gauge? It probably is. You'll need to tell Gulfport the gauge. It's probably going to be 16 gauge. If you stick another piece of 16 gauge steel there, the door may not close. So they may only want half of what you're seeing there.